Alright guys, welcome back to another video. And I know what you're thinking, you're like, dang, I just got the car and it's already messed up. Well, kinda. But let me just go ahead and explain what was going on. Everything's good here. Everything's good here. I just went ahead and did some maintenance, I'm changing the intake manifold. And while I'm doing it, I just changed the water pump just because it's easy to get to. And I changed the spark plugs, and I'm going to be cleaning the fuel injectors. Now, why am I changing the intake manifold? Well, let me show you. You see this little thing right here? This? So, this right here, as you can tell, is broken. So, while I was driving, the hose broke off, and it threw coolant everywhere. The car started smoking. It didn't overheat because I got home just in time, so nothing bad happened to the car. But everything was smoking, right? So it was this hose right here that broke off, and it had the piece inside of it of the leftovers of that one. So there's no actual fix for it, so you have to order a whole new intake manifold, and there's the piece right there. So it's the same one. A lot of people will tell you go with the Ford Performance intake. This is the Ford Performance intake. This is OEM. So if you have a Crown Vic from 2001 and up, I believe, they all come with this one. Now on Mustang owners, from 98 to certain something, they got the non-PI motor, which this is a PI motor. But the non-PI basically came with just that, but it was a lot shorter. The runners were a little bit shorter, and it was all plastic. It didn't have that aluminum part. So I'm replacing everything today, but this one is supposed to give you more horsepower, even though on my car it's going to be the same horsepower because I already had this intake. I'm just replacing it. But yeah, I'm just cleaning everything, giving it maintenance, changed the spark plugs on them, and I'm gonna be cleaning the fuel fuel injectors. And on top of that, like I said, I changed the spark plugs, and I'm gonna change the thermostat. Now that I'm doing the job, might as well just replace the thermostat. I believe this is a 160. I really didn't ask for this one. I know there's no problem running it. It's just gonna open up quicker or something like that. But I don't think this is gonna cost me a problem. I don't think you have to be tuned for anything like that, but hopefully everything works great. If not, I'll switch to the 180. I know the 180 is going to do just fine. On top of that, I'm changing the fuel filter because the reason why, so I'm doing all this extra maintenance stuff, is because when I'm driving on the road or anything, I'm going like 30, I want to accelerate. It kind of has like a little hiccup where it doesn't want to, like, it kind of struggles to go, and I have to like give it more gas for it to go. So I'm guessing it's either bad spark plugs, or the fuel filter, or the fuel injectors, or it could be the fuel pump, which I really doubt it's the fuel pump, because the car would have issues trying to turn on if it was a fuel pump, at least in most cases. So I'm gonna start off with this. It also could be those right over there, but I don't think that's really the issue. It could be just a sensor that's dirty, like the MAP sensor, the throttle body. Maybe just do a little bit of cleaning on that. So I'm doing all of that today regardless. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just clean up this as much as I can, put the intake manifold back on, bolt everything down, and then we're gonna turn on the car. I also got an exhaust, which I am going to definitely be making a video on, and you could tell it's a side exit exhaust because, you know, that is the most American way to go out, I guess. You know, straight pipes. I cut off the rear cats, and I'm running it straight to the side, so it is retarded loud. But you know, it's the most American car you can get with the most American exhaust you can get. So yeah, I'll definitely make a video separate off that. But as of now, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna come back at it. All right, and the manifold is in, so you can tell there's a new one. Cool thing about these, you don't have to you don't have a temperature sensor, so you don't have to drill into these. So on the Mustang ones you do, I think, because, or at least the older styles, same thing, I guess. Like if you had like the 98 to 01 Crown Vic, then you would probably have like a temperature sensor or something, some type of sensor here, and then maybe here. But on I think on a 2001 and higher, I don't think you need it. Well, obviously you don't, because I don't need it. But that's that. So all I have to do is put the throttle body back in, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the fuel filter. I've done everything. I already cleaned the injectors, changed the spark plugs already, so everything's ready to go. Just a fuel filter, and then we can go ahead and put new coolant in it, and then we'll go ahead and turn it on, see what it's like. And just like that, we got the engine running. Coolant is good to go. I got an extra bottle just in case. I know it takes about maybe like some people say it takes 1 to 1.5, but I'm guessing since I had that issue where it kind of like blew off coolant, I needed to get some extra ones. So in total I used maybe about 3.5. In my situation, again, it could be different for your situation, but no check engine light, everything's good. I turned on the heater, so it's using, of course, the thing is circulating and stuff. It's blowing out hot, so everything's good. Again, no check engine light. The only light you see right there is for the TPMS, and that's because this car asks for really high tire pressure. So I think it's like 40, 45. I think that's pretty high for a car, but I mean that's what they want. I have mine set at 35 each. I might do it just to get that light out of the way, but in reality it's really not a big deal. I can check the tire pressure myself. I know that they're not low. They're at 35, where it's okay to drive and stuff. Again, this car asked for like 45 or high or something like that, but we're good. That's the exhaust. That's basically what it sounds like, but I'll make another video. But everything's good, no smoke, nothing. So it's a job well done, I guess. And it's not what I would rate it at. If you wanted to do this job, of course, I would rate it at, I don't know, 3 out of 5 in difficulty. It's really not that hard. It was just mostly I did the extra work as far as like cleaning, like the injectors and everything. Now I'm gonna test drive the car. I'm gonna see if that issue has gone away, the one where I give it gas and kind of hiccups a little bit to go. I think everything should be good. I changed the fuel filter, I cleaned the injectors, I changed the spark plugs. At this point, the next thing that it would be is the ignition coils or the fuel pump. But I really doubt I really doubt like the problem's still gonna be there, first of all, because I mean it sounds good. Like I don't know, I can't remember when I turned on the car if it sounded like this normal. I can't remember, but I have to test drive it to make sure again, just to make sure everything's working good. But I mean the job, again, it's not super easy, but it's not difficult at all. Anybody could do this. And you're gonna have to eventually if you have a Crown Victoria. So yeah, so I mean I'm good to go. But yeah, hope you guys learned something. Like if you have a Crown Vic, you kind of get an idea of potential problems that there could be. Again, if you have a like 99 or anything, like a 98 or 98 through 01, this thing, you're not gonna have this. This is the PI intake. Yours is going to be a little bit shorter of the runners, and it's going to be all plastic. So that's how you know that you can upgrade to this, or you can change it out. And if you are thinking about using the other one that's called Dorman, I believe, don't use Dorman. They have shorter runners, so you actually lose horsepower. Stick with the OEM from Ford, the PI intake, just like I did. So yeah, I mean, we're good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe, and I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one.